broadcast, do me a favor. Go ahead on and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. Sorry I'm talking to y'all on the go this morning. I'm actually putting up groceries. This is going to be the most controversial video I've ever done. So I may lose some subscribers, but I'm willing to take that risk. Let's jump into this. So, Jon Gruden has been the talk of what's been going on for the longest. Everybody's been talking about him and his email saga. When it was first reported, Jon Gruden, my producer Roger Builder. Roger is probably gonna be our most very controversial video I've ever put out on all of my 600 plus videos. And I may have some people quit fucking with me because of it. They may say I'm trying to cap or trying to be accepted for the white guy. But before I get into this, by any means necessary, am I a racist? But into the black community, I'll be considered a racist because I got a thick ass skin. Nothing don't phase me. You can call me the N-word and it won't trigger me. I won't go out here and try to fight you and try to go on World Star. It takes a lot to trigger me. Because over time, when you're almost 40 years of age, you either develop a thick ass skin or you become an emotional bitch. It's just what it is. Now, Gruden, by all means, before I jump into my story about why I say he got fired because he's white, Gruden was an awful ass coach, all right, when it comes to what he was doing with the Raiders, all right? The guy's performance was nowhere near spectacular. So let's get this straight before you see the title and you starting to want to jump in, all you naysayers. But let's talk about these emails. Now, when it was first reported, Gruden had said some very distasteful stuff about DeMaurice, whatever his last name was, because there was a lockout during that time. Players were not playing the NFL. It was a lockout. They couldn't get an agreement. Now, at the time, he was working as the ESPN analyst, I want to say. Okay? ESPN analyst. And when he was working as an analyst, what's going on, bro? He had a real disdain for what this black guy was doing with the players, not getting them to comply and reach a deal. Now, he called the man lips, and I'm paraphrasing this, as big as Michelin tires. Now, DeMaurice released a statement and said it ain't the first time he got racism against him. But let's be honest. Black folks, we have always talked about the size of other black folks' lips, okay? I mean, we haven't said it. It was actually a nice little jab versus what we normally say about each other about size of lips. We even talk about white folks' lips being so small and thin. So we have always been very racist on our own outlooks and looks. But, you know, we have a complex like a motherfucker. And I used to be like that too. We can talk about each other, but let somebody else of another race talk about us, then it's racist. When in all reality, racism is racism, whether you're the same color or not. But I digress. So he released a statement. He said, I'm sorry. I was going through a bad, dark place in my life. I made a poor decision. You know? Okay. He made a poor decision. I mean, we all make a poor decision, what my boy said. Yeah, big lips don't discriminate. You're right. So he did make a poor decision. Okay, made a poor decision. But then they went in his personal emails and uncovered some more stuff. What's up, babe? I'm putting stuff up and talking to the people while I'm doing it. No, I'm coming. Give me about a few seconds. So this is gonna be a short, also video too, because the missus got to talk to me. But I'm just gonna put my point out. It ain't gonna take long. Okay, that happens. They dig in this man's emails and they find out that this man said more racist stuff, and everybody lost their shit because they find out he talked about not only just women, he talked about gay people, the whole nine. I'm not laughing because of the situation. I'm laughing because of how crazy the woke mob gets. You see how they get triggered? They get triggered when you talk about a black person, but they get even more triggered when you talked about the gay person. Now, if he would have just stuck with black people and hating on women, I guarantee you, because he said on the part of hating on women, he don't want no female referee. I guarantee you he'll still be in the league. He would have got fired probably at the end of the season versus fired immediately. But all it took was him to have that one email about a gay person. And next thing you know, because he's got a gay person in his platform, he's got to go immediately. And because, yes, you're right, he's white. Now, if this would have been a black person, a black coach that would have said those things, and it would have been about a gay person in the league, he wouldn't have got fired so soon. They would have treated this as kid gloves. He would have got a suspension. They probably would have worked some things out to where he would have finished out the season. How much you want to bet? Or in other cases, if he was winning and he was a black coach and he was doing all he can, I guarantee you he wouldn't have got fired because of today's climate. Y'all see how hypocritical this shit is? Now, Randy Moss really pissed me off because this motherfucker had the nerve to cry like a little bitch, talking about he was emotionally hurt by these emails. Randy damn Moss, you are about 50 damn years old. You lived in an era where old school people talked to players, races on all spectrums of the game. White, black, blue, brown, whatever color you want to call yourself. Along with Deion Sanders in the game. Why the hell are you crying? How does this affect your paycheck? You act like you and Gruden was hanging out having drinks. You have never said anything to the contrary that you ever hung out with Gruden. That y'all went to each other's house, y'all had martinis, any of that shit. So why are you crying? I know why. Because you want to create this facade that you have to treat black folks with kid gloves. Gotta treat us with kid gloves. We can't stand criticism. Then you want to know why we keep going back and forth to jail. Why we don't succeed when we have these opportunities. Because everybody has to treat us like kid gloves. But then yet we want to hold these other races to a higher standard. Hey man, you look like you're pretty white. You can't say that. Now a black person say what the hell they want to say. They can call and talk about your mama. They can call you all the racist names they can. But you, no white man, you can't say that. Hey you, Chinese man, you can't say that. All you other races can't say it. Black person, you got a free pass. You got to remember, they the slow kid in the classroom. You got to ignore them. You got to give them that free pass. That's basically what we get treated like. Now, do I think that they should go as far as what they're trying to do now to Jon Gruden, no, they shouldn't. Because now they're trying to erase this man's legacy. Now they're trying to get him off of, they done got this man off of Madden 22. Now they're trying to probably get him off Madden 21. Like, it's so sick how retarded we become when it comes to this cancel culture. We want to run up here. We want to cancel all these people. And this, that, and the third. And then, at the end of the day, what have we accomplished? Do you know how many other coaches out there of all colors right now, if you went through all their personal emails, not even NFL, we're talking about even the college for right now. We're not going to talk about other damn places, but just college and NFL of all colors. I guarantee you will find some most offensive shit on all color spectrums about everybody. Misogynist, all that. But hey, this is the new culture. This is the new culture. You cannot say anything offensive to anyone that is darker than you. Remember that. You can't. You can't. You can't even chastise them. You can't correct them. You can't tell them anything. Now, again, I'm not saying that Jon Gruden was a piece of shit, wasn't a piece of shit. Yes, Jon Gruden was horrible. But at the end of the day, this should make y'all cringe in a society we in, that you don't get no second chance if you say something about somebody on a darker color scale. You don't get a forgiveness. You don't get nothing. You're canceled. Now, will Jon Gruden get a job? Not in the NFL, but he'll probably get a job in college. I mean, you know, he might get a little D1 school, you know what I'm saying, a little small program that needs somebody to hype them up, you know what I'm saying. They'll probably pay him, you know, he won't get no big contract like he did with the Raiders. He won't be getting no $10 million a year for 10 years. You know, they may, little small D1 school might pay him a $5 million a year, you know, something like that. Now, I wouldn't say Pee Wee football. Jon Gruden will get a job, okay? He'll get a job. You got to remember, he's a coach that won a Super Bowl, even though it was with Tony Dungy as assistant coach. He'll get a job. There's a college that'll take a chance on him. A little small college, unknown. When this blows over, sign him a contract, let him do his thing. I'm just letting y'all know how the hypocrisy is with this cancel culture. They don't care about nobody. They really don't. They say they do, but they don't. Now, this guy, livelihood, is already fucked up because, yes, it was his own fault. But now, guess what else is about to get fucked up? Now they're playing with his legacy. They're trying to erase it. They even erased him off of Tampa Bay's honorary coaches thing or whatever they got. They're trying to delete that he ever existed. And it's sad. It's sad. They act like he murdered somebody. But that's the new cancel culture. All it takes is for you to say the wrong thing and you are canceled. There ain't no love. There ain't no, we going to work this out. We're going to talk about it. None of that. Yeah, it's stained. You're right, bro. It's stained. Once you do this, it's a wrap. You are not in the top 5 anymore. Nobody cares about you. And what's sad is that we got enablers in this culture, this cancel culture, that makes this seem like it's okay. And these enablers, when you call them out on it, they get very upset. They're like, oh, you don't understand what struggles that we went through and all this. No, you don't understand. You don't understand the struggles that you're putting people through. You putting people through struggles that are unnecessary. This man made a mistake. Yes, I understand. He did the unthinkable. He said whatever he said in emails, talking among friends. But we all know there's a lot of us that talk like that in person with our buddies. I have said some very fucked up shit in person in my past. If somebody was to look at my email before I became woke, exactly, it's very disrespectful. And if you look at, listen, if somebody go back in my past emails when I was woke, there's some of the racist stuff I said when I was on that woke stuff, what I felt about certain white people, and I admit it, I said it, man, oh man, if it worked equally, oh God, I would get canceled if it worked equally. But since I'm black, that's expected. I won't get canceled. I'll get well, he wasn't lying. I get a support system. You know, I like what Wiley I forgot the guy's name. I think he's on NFL Network. Wiley Marcellus, I think. I like what he said. He said something that was very important. You cannot hold somebody. You can't go out here and get mad at somebody for what they said if they're talking among friends and it's in private. Okay? Because everybody has a fucked up, have said some messed up things in private. But what you cannot do is try to erase a person's legacy all because of one thing they did. And he also had another good example on that show. It was with another young guy on this show. He said something that was real clear. And this is how cancel culture works right now. It's like having a glass of water. You can have 8 ounces of water. Great, perfect, beautiful water. All it takes is somebody to come by that water and spit in it. Guess what? Even if you have the option to remove the spit out and extract it, doesn't matter. Everybody thinks that water is tainted. Exactly. Same thing with about when you're making spaghetti. You know, a lot of people say, I know black culture, we like to put sugar in spaghetti. Italians hate it. And if you cook it for an Italian, a true Italian, and you do that spaghetti perfect, you got all the spices, everything that you want in there. All it takes is for you to put that sugar in that damn spaghetti. You have eliminated, you have canceled the taste of the spaghetti from an Italian standpoint because that's not a part of the recipe. That's what I keep trying to tell people. Same thing here with this cancellation shit. That's all it takes. You have to be perfect now for the wokie. But then you have to ask yourself, what is perfect? Because anybody can get canceled. Anybody. Anybody. That is white. Hate to say it, but that's just how it's looking. If you're white or light on that color scale and you say anything about a black person or the LGBTQ plus question mark confusion community that already have their own problems and don't even show solidarity as it is, you say one thing bad about them, it's done. Only thing I want to know from cancel culture, if you can have that same energy with canceling people for saying bad stuff about people on the higher color scale and things of that nature, why can't you have that same energy when we have violence in inner cities, when we have people who are not having access to being fully educated? Why can't you have that same energy when we talk about immigration situation at the border where people are not getting fully vaccinated? Why can't y'all have that same energy there? That's all I want to know. Because if you're going to be canceling people, I want you to cancel everything. You can't cancel what you want. You got to cancel everything. You got to cancel Chicago with this violence, New York. You got to cancel every. If you're going to cancel police, you got to cancel it all. You got to make it where it's perfecto mundo. So until y'all start doing that, I can't take y'all serious. Y'all jump in the comments, man. Tell me what y'all think of this shit. Do y'all think that Gruden got fired really at the end of the day because he really was white? Or do you think that he really got fired because it was a moral standpoint? Please like, share, subscribe. Most controversial video ever. Most controversial man on YouTube. I'm out.